Hello and welcome to the second episode of Very Japanese Games, a series in which I look at great games not released outside of Japan. And today in this episode, we're going to be talking about the game that finally made me break down and buy a PSP. It's part of a PlayStation exclusive series called Ryuga Gotoku, which is more commonly known in English-speaking areas as Yakuza. And this game is called Kurohyo, Ryuga Gotoku Shinshou, or roughly translated, Black Leopard, Yakuza, the new chapter. For those of you who don't know about the Yakuza series, it's easily one of the best action RPGs going today. It started on the PS2, and there have since been 7 games released in the series. 2 on the PS2, 4 on the PS3, and 1 on the PSP. Yakuza is a blockbuster in Japan, yet criminally underrated in other regions, which is probably one of the reasons why the game we're talking about today, Kurohyo, on the PSP, is never going to be released outside of Japan, despite its strong sales in Japan. In Kurohyo, you play as Ukyo Tatsuya, who at the start of the game is a violent street thug who trusts nobody. He gets caught up in the world of the Yakuza after he accidentally kills a Yakuza member during a botched robbery. From there, he must fight an underground fighting championship and win 10 matches straight, or he'll be killed. This is the general overview of the story, though of course, in true Yakuza fashion, there are various twists and turns and double crosses, and of course side quests, that make the game just that much more enjoyable. If you've played a game in the Yakuza series, the gameplay will be instantly recognizable. The fictional Kamurocho area of Tokyo, which is based on the real-life Kabukicho in Shinjuku, Tokyo, is free to roam around for the most part, which makes the game somewhat of a sandbox, but more in the vein of Shenmue instead of something like Grand Theft Auto. Actually, if Shenmue had a spiritual successor, it would almost definitely be the Yakuza series. The main story and cutscenes are handled with stylized animation. The animations, while static in a lot of areas, have a pencil and watercolor style that make the game interesting to look at, and a nice workaround for the hardware limitations of the PSP. These animations give the game a grittier character, which is quite welcome. Beyond the main story, a lot of the time is spent wandering around and talking to various people on the street, playing mini-games, doing side missions, and of course, fighting random thugs. Fighting in Kurohyo is handled marvelously. Unlike the normal Yakuza series, that focuses on learning new special attacks called heat moves to augment your fighting style, Kurohyo focuses on learning new fighting styles that each have their own specialized heat moves. The styles make for fighting more interesting, and I found myself purposely looking for fights to test out the new styles, or level up existing styles to learn combination styles. With a total of 20 styles to learn and master, fighting has enough variety to never get old. Even though the fighting is fun, the place where Kurohyo, and really the entire Yakuza series shines, is in its variety of side quests and interesting characters. The side quests in this game tend to be heavy on the beat up this gang or beat up that gang's boss type of missions, but with each step and each boss that you encounter, Tatsuya learns more about how his actions have affected others. Some of the stories are goofy things such as finding stray cats or helping a friend who is terrible at keeping a girlfriend, and some are more serious, like helping a runaway girl reunite with the father who is searching for her. A lot of the beauty of this game, and this series as a whole, is that you really do start to care about the characters. Throughout the story, you can see Tatsuya grow from a thug who doesn't care about anybody to someone who understands that his actions affect others. And he gradually learns how to trust friends and family. It's very much a transformative tale in the guise of a gritty action RPG. Within the game, there are plenty of other distractions besides side quests. To gain money, you have to do part-time jobs, which consist of mini-games. The job mini-games are simple and kind of fun, but tend to become a little tedious towards the end of the game. For other types of fun, though, you have batting cages and bowling, and crane games, karaoke, a casino, and hostess clubs. Oh yeah, and there's also a massage parlor.
てるね。
Overall, Kurohyo is a great game and a faithful translation of the Yakuza series to the PSP, and it even surpasses the main series in some elements. Even though the story itself is only in Japanese, most of the main story involves fighting in the arena, which makes it easy to understand without knowing Japanese. Sub-stories are also clearly marked on the map, so I'd say the game is very import-friendly, and I highly recommend it to fans of Yakuza, Shenmue, or just great action RPGs in general. So that wraps up another episode of Very Japanese Games. And I hope I was able to introduce you to another game that you shouldn't overlook just because there's not an English translation. But anyway, until next time, keep supporting great games no matter where you live.